Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video. The theme for today is must-have products, things that if you're starting out in card making or even papercraft, some essentials, some products that are going to lend themselves to lots of different types of card and are really easy to use. So obviously the selection of products that are out there is immense, so it's really nice to have an idea of where to start really. So I'm going to share with you some things that I think are super useful and can really kind of open up your creativity. Okay, so I've made a whole bunch of these cards featuring the in colours. There's one missing there, so we'll make the Moody Mauve one on screen. But we've got Copper Clay, Pebble Path, Boho Blue and Wild Wheat here. So first tip is to just invest in some colours that you like. And of course all the products coordinate beautifully in the Stampin' Up catalogue. So if you buy all the in colour ink pads, of which there will be 5, that's a good place to start. Equally, you could buy a colour family of ink pads as well, which will give you sort of a rainbow of colours in various shades. So we've got the subtles, brights, etc. So, and again, buying all 10 together does save you a little bit of money. But if the budget's tight, then just go for things that you know you're going to like and use. Okay. And then of course a black ink pad, so the Memento ink pad is a really good one to have in your stash as well. Okay, and then obviously some basic white cardstock for stamping, die cutting and all that jazz. So there's lots of things that you can do with your basic white. I use lots of it and create my own backgrounds. You can emboss it, you can die cut it, you can stamp on it, everything. Okay, my next recommendation would be to invest in a set of dies that has basic shapes in it. So the example I've got here is the stylish shapes, so circles, squares and some really nice banners. Another great set is Everyday Details, which has these circles and some rectangles in there as well, and the Spotlight on Nature dies. These are really great too. But there's a whole there's loads in the catalogue to have a look through, but I would say this is a nice set that gets you going and gives you lots of options. Okay, pick a bundle that you think you're going to use a lot. Okay, a bundle with so a stamp set with a coordinating die set or punch will be a combined price and will save you 10% if it's a new item. Some of the carryover stuff, there is coordinating products, but not all of them carry that 10% discount. But when they do, it's worthwhile having. So one of my favourites at the moment is this Sketched Butterflies set, and it's coordinating dies. I've been using this a lot, and those of you who watch me regularly know that I use this a lot. The other thing that's great about this is that not only are the images really useful, but you do have some nice sentiments in there as well that cover birthday, thank you and just generic. Okay, and then something a sentiment set. Okay, so again, this one's really nice. It's a smaller set, so it's a budget friendly, but it covers a couple of different celebrations and sentiments, so really nice one to get you going. And with those, this is what I've come up with, a really nice simple layout that you can easily mass produce. Okay, and we're going to make one of those in the Moody Mauve today. Okay, so cardstock then. So as I say, this is a collection of cardstock, so you can buy a pack with 2 sheets of each of the colours in if it's a proper the full colour family. It's a colour family of 10. The in colours, you'll get 4 sheets of each. So again, it will go a little further. Okay, you can cut a coloured card base, or you could just swap this around and layer onto some white. Okay, if you want to just use the basic white cardstock. Okay, so I've cut these layers. The white layer is 3.5 by 5.25, and then I've cut another piece of the coordinating coloured cardstock down to a little smaller than that. So I just took off an extra 1/8 of an inch, and with the offcut that I had from cutting that down, I had this which I've just snipped a banner out of. So you can just use your paper snips to do that. But if you're going to look for a nice basic die set in your collection, you've got these banners in this set as well, so you could equally have die cut that out as well. Okay, so we've got those already cut. I've die cut 2 circles, and I've just got some scraps to stamp on. Okay, so let's do our stamping first. So we're going to need to put our sentiment on this one, and we need some butterflies to put onto this, and we'll use the coordinating ink pad Moody Mauve to do that. So we'll just open that up, and then we'll have some light tapping of the ink on the of the stamp onto the top of the ink pad, which disperses it nice and evenly over the top of the red rubber in this case. Okay, and we can just hover over the top, press down firmly, okay, firmly all over, and hold the paper and lift it up, and you'll get a great image every time. Okay, here's our other butterfly. Again, it's a red rubber stamp. Light tapping, coat the ink, the stamp with the ink, press down and lift up, and you get a great impression. Okay, we also have photopolymer stamps. These are clear. This one's stained, but that's fine. If it gets stained, it's fine. It just means that it's well loved. Okay, but exactly the same. We're going to light tapping all over there to make sure it's coated. Okay, and just as we did before, we can stamp this down. The advantage of a clear stamp means though that we can actually make sure that that's lined up. As we're stamping on a circle, that doesn't matter, because we can twist this circle and make sure that it's straight. Make sure you clean off your stamps though, okay, once you're finished with them. And there is a stamp chamois or a stamping scrub option available in the online store. Okay, and some stamp cleaner. There we go. So that's our stamping done. Okay, right, so that's already die cut. We do need to die cut the butterflies out though. Okay, so a die cut machine is an investment, but it's a tool that you'll be able to use over and over and over again, as is the paper trimmer. So I even when I do make 3D projects, I often just use my trimmer to do the cutting and the scoring, rather than using a scoreboard, which is another tool. So rather than buy 2, I just use the Stampin' Trimmer for that. So this is just going to roll through my stamping cut and emboss machine. Okay, so let me just do that quickly. And I have mine parked on my desk just off to the side here, so that I can just get that and use it all the time. I use mine all the time. Okay, and then we get our beautiful die cut butterflies that we can use on our project. Okay, so now we've got those elements, we can start putting some things together. Okay, so adhesive is the next thing to talk about. My personal preference is to use a tape runner because it's quick and it's easy and doesn't go everywhere. However, once it's down, and it doesn't provide you with much in the way of wriggle room to make sure things are lined up. So I use this all the time, but it may not be the glue for you. But a liquid glue will last quite a long time, especially if you use it sparingly, and you don't need to use a lot of this stuff at all. Okay, but obviously it will get on you and you know, make things sticky. But if, sorry, fireworks are going off. If you want to make sure things are lined up, you do have an opportunity to just make sure that's lined up and wriggle it around and make sure that you are happy with it. Okay, a bit of firm pressure. It does grab quite quickly, this multi-purpose liquid glue. So after just a minute or two, that's going to be nice and firm, ready to carry on with your project. Okay, so all the glues have their place. We've also got glue dots, which is another really great adhesive, especially for sticking down bows and things like that. So I'm just lining this up over the top and it's stuck and it's done. There we go, easy. Another product I use a lot of are the Stampin' Dimensionals. These are the regular sized ones, and we do have mini ones as well, so obviously there's more on a sheet. But you don't need many of them. I'm only putting 2 on. Okay, so we don't need to use loads and loads. Okay. And before we stick that on, I need to cut this circle in half. Okay, so I'm going to bring in our stamping trimmer, or paper trimmer. So this has metric and imperial markings on it. Comes with a scoring blade, which I keep at the top there, and then a darker blade, which is the cutting blade. Okay, you lift up the arm there, and you can extend it out and cut larger pieces if you want to. It's got little rubber feet on the bottom, which makes it really sturdy, and it won't slip about on your desk. So I'm just going to pop that into there and going to press that circle into that groove, which means it'll be nice and even, and just slice that in half. And again, I'm going to use my seal. You use the glue that you like. Whoops. And I'm going to pop this onto my card. Okay, now if you're wanting to make sure that your card looks similar to one you've already made, then I'm going to just pop this one next door to it, and I'm going to eyeball lining that up just there. And just there. But if you're not fussed about getting them all identical, obviously you don't need to do that. Okay, little fluffy bits, but that's fine. There we go. So now we've got our 2 circles there. Okay, oh sorry, 1 circle cut in half position, and we can pop this on the top, so the dimensional adhesive will stick straight away. If you just rest it and pop it down, you will have a chance to peel it off, but once you've pressed it in, that's not stuck nice and firmly. Okay, so our butterflies, so this is where I would use some wet glue. just bending the butterfly wings there to make them look a little bit more realistic. And the wet glue is going to be great for just securing the bodies of those butterflies into place. But leaving those wings free to give the card a little bit of dimension. So I'm just holding those just for a couple of seconds, and now that's, so if I knock that now, you can see that that's reasonably secure. And then my next thing is have some basic rhinestones or something, or pearls. If you can stretch to both, have both. So putting some bling on a card like that can just really lift it up and make it look all the more special for the recipient. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's my set of cards for today, all featuring the in colours and what I would consider really useful products to have in your arsenal. Okay, and I hope that you've enjoyed that, and it's given you some ideas of how you can make a set of really quick cards with minimal products. So I've done so many different cards with this set. Here's another one using the different circles, and here's another one with those everyday detail dies and using the rectangles instead. So if you want to have a look through my blog, you'll see loads of examples using all this stuff. Okay, so that's it from me today. Links are in the description if you are interested in looking at anything. Do stay safe, take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.